Hello, indie game strategy and tactics lovers. We are here with Ark of Charon. Probably Charon. Yeah, I'm thinking Charon. Maybe Charon, but probably Charon. And we're checking out the roguelike mode for it. I went ahead and did a bunch of stuff on the other side of it, but I was really impressed with the difficulty that was offered by the roguelike. So, we're going to go ahead and hop right in. I'm not bringing in a lot of food. I am bringing in a lot of wood because you need lots and lots and lots of ammo. Welcome to Ark of Charon. When the world tree disappeared, the world was engulfed in darkness. All life was extinguished. Now, as the caretaker of the new world tree, guide the sapling. I'm saying probably now you probably. Anyways, your journey awaits. Collect resources, defeat enemies, and safely reach the nursery. So we're going to pause it right away. We got a whole ton of resources, which is going to work out in our favor. We're going to get a taller, larger room right here. A smaller one. Oh. Just off by a little. Smaller one right there. We're going to go ahead and get some storage going here and here. Going to get a ladder going up this. One right there too. Gonna get one going down here. One going down here. We're going to set all this up as storage. And then we're going to set up farming for 4 tiles for each crop. So that's one. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to assign a bunch of mining. This is wood. It doesn't look like it because it's tree roots, but it's the main source of wood, unless you have a place with like a whole bunch of the oak trees. Is it oak? We'd have to take a look at the technology. We don't have the technology for it yet. Oak, yes. It is indeed oak. Apple trees don't give a whole ton of wood. They give 5 apples, 5 wood each. So you get some out of it, but it's not super strong. So I line everything up beforehand that I'm going to want to be pressing into. As I was saying, we have the wood. We also have stone here, which is, obviously used for building. And then we have stuff that we want to avoid, like regular soil, crystallized soil. That takes a lot to get through, and it gives you nothing. And then there's also, like, mutated soil, and you want to avoid that as well. All right, that gives us pretty good initial setup. Let's see, we have good storage going. We won't be able to do any of that yet. We don't need to really worry about that as much yet. Okay, so now we're going to mess with the priority settings. Oh, look, we got a good balanced group. That is nice. Let's put everybody on hardcore farming right away. So that means we will turn these down. And that way we can get all the crop stuff going. So we didn't finish setting up 4 crop zones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this first one will be tomatoes. And this one will be lettuce. Well, this grouping, I should say, will be lettuce. I want the distance to run out and take care of this minimized, so that's why I placed them like that. All right, we have nothing that we need to set up for harvest. Things look pretty decent. Now we're going to need to have pathways for getting through. All right, we got that balanced. We can do this as well. Makes the most sense to me on that one. Yeah. All right, you cannot save on the roguelike mode, or roguelite. So we're just ready to go. Let's put it up to speed 3. So everybody should get over here, get the farming going. We don't have a lot of days until we gotta skedaddle and get the heck out of here before a storm comes in and wipes everything out. Take ticking damage from it on many of your structures, and it could even be on your golems, these creatures here. So, yeah. We can go over a little bit about that. About the World Tree Sapling. From now on, you will guide your golems to gather resources and construct buildings as you embark on a journey with the World Tree Sapling. The back of the World Tree Sapling serves as the living space for your golems. While the size of the back remains fixed, you can expand the living space by stacking blocks. However, when you set out on your journey, any items or golems not on the living space will be left behind and lost for forever. So, building out here is temporary. You're not bringing it with you. Basic controls, you got the WASD, spacebar, mouse wheel, all that sort of stuff. And then golem actions. Golems can reach up to 4 tiles high when mining or building. They can also jump over small gaps 1 tile wide and climb or descend steps of up to 2 tiles high. Knowing how your golems will move will help you use them more efficiently. And that's true. Also, the basics that it wants us to do, so collect the wood, set up stockpiles, begin the journey. That'll be when we select where to go. Unlock a new technology, get 100 rounds of ammunition, get 3 offensive structures, build a room, and then get 50 food. So we're getting all that going. We have them running at a pretty good clip. That one is ready to harvest. One is ready to harvest. Do we got anything else that's harvestable? Hey, there we go. Impressive. This zone has some stuff popping right off. So I focus on getting the planting for our farming done first, because it takes a pretty considerable length of time for most crops to grow. Typically somewhere between 2 and 4 days, depending on the crop that you're speaking of. So like the trees take the longest, which we can't plant them as of yet without we don't have the technology for it, but it is an option later on. All right, which one are you? You're this one. You're the insect influence, which means you have farming and harvesting speed increase. So you're probably coming over here to get the harvesting that I queued up. And yeah, that's a whole bunch of things ready to go. And then they're like, no, never mind. I got distracted by wanting to eat food. I hear you. You, me, same. I get it. All right, and here's our first bit of mining. I've set it up so that we have ladders in each situation where they're going to be mining, so that they don't just get stuck, because they could get to being unalive down there. Let's see, and you're handling all this, and you're handling it well. We're going to go ahead and set up a little bit more harvesting. As each thing gets to 100%. Once the day ends, at night it'll say, no longer growing. You'll see that in a second. Darkness. In this world, darkness prevails at night, underground or in unlit areas where there is no light. In darkness, plant growth stops, and it also negatively affects your golems. You can eliminate darkness by setting up light sources such as torches, but unlike sunlight, ordinary light sources cannot help plants grow. There's a disadvantage to it. Roguelike mode, I am not going to be using a lot of that. Ooh, we got something that we definitely need to pick up over here. This is a special thing. You'll see when the icon and stuff comes up for... Oh, wow. They're getting that done quickly. Yeah. We will be covering up a storage location, but that's fine. And, yep, here's a oak that's ready to go now, too. All right, things are they're going pretty well. This was a pretty decent initial starting land. that they hooked us up with. Speaking of which, here's what the world map looks like. So we're right here. As it shows, there's a fair amount of food, moderate amount of wood, and a low amount of stone. Then you have this one with a ton of stone. Also, it says how many days until the storm. So this one's 5 days where we're at. This one will be 4, 6, 6, and 5. These two are desert. So I'm going to be avoiding them because we won't be able to grow crops on them, and we won't have the technology for making it so that we can do better on our own crops as of yet. And I'm avoiding this one because it's 4 days. So that'll leave us picking this. And it'll give us a decent amount of wood, okay amount of stone, and a little bit of iron. And we'll get 6 days to be able to do it. So that's where we'll be going after the storm forces us out of here. Production settings. That's coming up because we just finished the workbench. You can produce items by consuming materials at production facilities. To produce an item, select a production facility and open the production line. From the production line, you can select the item you want to make and see the quantity and materials to be used. Additionally, you can set up multiple production lines. So we will be setting up production lines for creating ammo, but we're not really going to make that our focus as of yet. I want to make sure that, see, we don't need anybody else focusing on farming. I think this is good. You can be focused on transport. You're the construction repair person, and we're not going to need a lot of that as of yet. And there they go. So when you get your resources put away in crates, they don't expire. Right now, they're sitting there. See, days until expiry. And just leaving it out can cause it to expire. So yeah. Things are going pretty well over here. We got everything covered out this way. So I'm not mining this out until we get this more reasonably done so that they don't have to do a jump situation to get through it. Okay, no offensive structures. There is no light source. I'm not too concerned about the light, even though it mentioned it and how you can move faster. I typically don't have them running below the surface. And in the roguelite mode, the level of below the surface is reduced, at least according to what it says. I haven't tested it out just drilling all the way down here because you're punished. You don't have a lot of time for testing that. Anyways, we're using the light above the surface to mostly help with that. But we unlocked a new technology here. And one of the ones that I like to get right away is the hand drill. The reason I pick up the hand drill is because we'll sometimes find at these locations that are glowing, we'll sometimes find resource nodes. So it could be a whole big thing of stone that we can go ahead and take care of, as an example. All right. This is going okay. I would be building this out of stone if I had the opportunity, but we just don't have the technology for it. Here's how it looks, by the way. See? Oh, nice. All right, where are we at on these? They got a little ways to go, so I don't need to set up a harvest situation there yet. This is nitrate soil used for making explosives, and that's not a big essential focus of mine as of yet. Later, sure, but not right now. Let's see where we're at on our food supply. Yeah, I think we got plenty to be able to get through everything. After they finish harvesting all this, I'm going to discontinue our farms. So we did them for one crop. It would take, let's see, we're expecting 5 days here. I could get it all planted by the beginning of day 3 maybe, and then it could grow and be ready on day 5 almost exactly. But that would be really, really rushing it, and harvesting takes a little while, and then you have to transport it back. I just don't want to push it. So I am going for only one harvest if I have 5 days. If I had 6, that would be different. So we're going to set up a priority situation here in a bit. Oh, we don't really need them working too deep into that, but they've already self-corrected. All right, so we have that one, and then we have this one over here. Let's go ahead and get the whole section for it. And then, do we have anybody doing anything really important? Nope. Kinda. Not really. All right, so we're going to set up a priority command. We want this taken care of. That way, we can set up some serious mining on it. If it is that. If it's an item that we use for technology and or special things and points at the end of the level, then that will be a different matter. Either way, it's still worth getting. You get a very significant amount of points for doing those. Okay, is there anything else that needs to be set to harvest? Yep, everything has been. We're going to go ahead and we're going to delete these zones. And make sure that this is still set to harvest. And that's all taken care of now. And in fact, so that we don't have to have people running super far, set up a zone right there. I think that should be good. So now they won't have to come running all the way out in order to do their stuff. They'll just be able to pop up. All right, we're about to find out if this is a mining situation or if it's... Yep, okay, it's a mine. And they call it a mine. Thank you, Hazzie. You're a goofball. Nobody knows what you're talking about, though. Because I can't hear you, indeed. So, because we made it so that we can create this, we can now put special drill there. And that'll be able to take out 44 rocks out of that. And it comes out a lot faster than the traditional way of slowly using a pickaxe on them. I mean, going through the wood is pretty quick, but I mean, look at that. See, going through the stone? No. Okay, Golem is starving. Let's go ahead and cancel this and this so that when they finish, they should go back and build the... Yep, they'll build themselves out. Okay. Now, which one are you? Bird influence, build and repair. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with telling you to get on this. Okay, well, yeah, just go ahead and switch with the other one. Fine, whatever. I guess maybe they had to eat or something, and that's why they ran off. So, this was the rock that we found that it's referring to, and here's what it says about veins. Ore veins may occasionally be found while mining. You will need a specialized mining facility to mine them. But the payoff is fantastic. Raise your technology level to build the mining facility. We did. That was our very first technology that we got. And look at that. I mean, it just pumps out rocks real quick. And you also don't have to run around. That's nice too. All right, a lot of our harvesting is going pretty well. Speaking of technology, we got another one. We would like to rush and get to stone buildings. I also really like getting to trees very quickly. And then wall-mounted ballista is a big one for me too, as is storage tile. So yes, there's a couple of things all over the place. We can't really do any of these because we're not in places with diamonds and all that sort of stuff. But we will need coal before we could do this, and we'll need it before we do this. So let's go ahead and grab the coal and initial stone object thing. All right. This is all being done really rather well. I think if we make it so that they mine that, they'll be able to extract anything from up there. Actually, they might need to have that too. And let's see, we'll get this. Let's go ahead, turn off all this mining right here so that they have this to focus on, and then this. I would really like it if they get in here and without me having to tell them every little thing. They've got a decent amount of harvesting. Okay. Good job. You're doing exactly what I wanted. They can be taught. All right, rock exhausted. So that means that we can go ahead and demolish that now. And replacement building, it's talking about how, like, if you were to use wood here, you could replace it with stone. Trees, pillars, and rooms can be replaced. Replacement buildings allow you to construct new structures on a square that already has a building, without demolishing the existing one. To replace a building, instruct the golems to build new tiles, pillars, or rooms over the existing ones. When a room is replaced, it will be converted into tiles and pillars of the same material. So, very early off, wood is just stupidly necessary. Like, you have to consume so much of it in making ammunition. And you need that ammunition in order to fight off your first waves. Because they're no joke. If you're doing it in regular mode, it's not so bad, but doing it in roguelite, yeah, you'll feel it. Alright, cool, they're getting right there. We're about to find out what this is. Or they're gonna go and eat or something. Of course. He's like, oh, that person thinks they know what I'm gonna do. And then goes running off. It's a child. You know how that is. We've had one. Gotta do their own thing. Okay. So we're going to make sure that we get another hand drill up and running. And we're going to set it up as a high priority too. Are you the mining one? Insect influence. No. That would be mecha influence. Oh, you are mining over here. Well, alright, fine. Yeah, I'm okay with having you go ahead and take over on this. I mean, you'll get it done quick. Everybody gets it done quick. I'm actually not sure. I would have to test it and see if the mining specialty person is able to get more done when using a mining creation. If their 10% faster modification actually works in that situation or not. Only one way to find out. All right, found another rock, it said. No offensive structures, have unused technology, no light source. All right, unused tech. So we could go straight to getting the stone here. How are we doing on stone? That's maybe enough to go with that. Definitely know we want to be doing this. That's good. Yep. All right, we'll get the stone going. And we will change these rooms. So it was actually kind of wasteful what I did there, where I already built them. But we'll still get something good out of this. Food is good. All the harvesting was done. Situation doesn't look too bad. We haven't found anything else as far as the, like, ooh, there's magical stuff over here. The glowing stuff on the screen. Golem is starving. Yeah, you're eating now, so it still gives you that warning, even if they're, like, in the process of eating, so, you know, whatever. Alright, we're getting close to a day away, so we're going to want to do this. And get some ballista. And that's going to be our initial set of defenses. Go ahead and get that demolished too. Yeah. Let's go ahead. All right, now go back, build this, and get out. There you go. Good work. Because you need to eat. Getting that. And so once that's done, I will go ahead and make it so that this can be mined as well. All right, let's take a look at our priority settings to make sure we have everything where we want it to be right now. I think we need to get the construction person up and running. Theoretically, we could just cause that to collapse. Might be one way to do it. All right, we should be getting a warning here relatively soon that the storm is coming. I'm going to go ahead and cancel a couple orders so that the building doesn't just get diverted from what it should be on. We'll leave this for now. Yep, that worked. I was hoping it would help to bring it down. Did we lose some because of it? We might have. Oh. That's probably not the most efficient way for me to do that. Well, mistakes were made. I learned something. Proving I can be taught. Alright. We'll go ahead. If we can get to some of the coal, that will be really, really good for us. Oh, hey. How are we going to want to do that? I guess we'll probably do a ladder right here. And down in, but that's mutated soil. Well, let's just hope that this is okay. Alright. Dark storm is approaching. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have to rush some stuff. So all this stuff needs to be taken in. We'll set that all up as priority to be picked up. Same with that. Same with that. And then construction and production needs to happen right now. So keep stocked. Get it going. Production. Let's make it the construction person. Or make it the harvesting person. All right. Everything's being returned home. If we're lucky, we can get all this done fairly quickly. And then maybe we'll also be able to get that figured out. Go ahead and cancel this. And then prioritize these. And then redo it. So that can happen. Alright, get to crafting all that. Everything's getting hauled in. That's good. Alright, we're getting the ammo, the ballista bolts set up. That's good as well. Everything's coming together. And then let's see if this is just an item that can be picked up, then this will be worth it. If it's a mine, then that's different. Yep, it's an item that can be picked up. Great. Okay. So that was very worthwhile that we focused our efforts into doing that. All right, things are getting built. Priority settings. The miner can still focus on mining. We got a couple more hours. Production, transport, construction, those are all being focused on. Okay, yeah. And we got a precision gearbox. Yep, we'll go ahead and hang on to it as is. And that can be used, I think in like advanced catapult or trebuchets? Might be. Precision gearbox, yep. The tri-trebuchet, an improved trebuchet that can fire up to 3 stones at once. Accuracy is decreased, however. But yeah, we're a couple techs from that. Okay. Everybody's getting the last few things taken care of here. Alright, getting some coal here would be really good. Alright, rocks exhausted, found engine remains, the core. This is how it's this is what it's like with the waves. The core of the world tree is a fixed object at the very center of the world tree sapling's back. Right here. The core has a durability value, and if it reaches 0, the core will be destroyed, resulting in a game over. Durability slowly recovers over time. Additionally, a soul gauge accumulates as you defeat enemies, and once it is full, you will acquire a soul. The acquired souls are used to create new golems, and we'll demonstrate that here in a bit. Artifacts, that was what that thing was, the machine part. Artifacts are items that are occasionally discovered while mining. They contain traces of humanity left long ago. When you bring the artifacts to the core, the golem can either dismantle it or to obtain materials, or convert it into technology experience points. So if you're like trying to rush tech, then it can make sense. And then here's offensive structures. Offensive structures will automatically attack if loaded with ammunition. Attacking from high up will net you a bonus. Offensive structures can be controlled manually as well. Select the structure and click manual. Ammunition will not be consumed in this mode. We're going to give that a try. Ooh, wow, we actually ended up finding some iron down there. That's a pretty good find. I think we need to start moving towards this. All right, with the coming of the new day, that's where we're going to have to be getting the heck out of here. All right, how much wood are we at? Almost 300. Nice. And almost 100 stone. Okay. Honestly, that's looking really good for an initial start. Coal. Yeah, this is most likely to be, or this is the most useful stuff right here. So now that we have enough of everything covered, I'm gonna go ahead and let them eat. Move the materials. Yep. All right, they're constructing. Don't focus on that. Don't focus on that. Yep, that's the only mining for you to focus on. Getting some coal and possibly iron. That's the, like, really hard to get stuff. Alright, we're going to be getting a warning here soon enough. Alright, there it is. Actually, haul this out. Go, 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 go. And then as soon as they're back in... Okay. Looks like we're good. World map. So we were deciding that this is the one that we want to go to. No. Cancel depart. Okay. Said one missing golem. Okay, it was probably because they were too close to the edge. And look! You leap out of the ground. And all that. It's pretty cool. Now, at this mode, you can only be at game speed 2. What does manual do? I'm gonna try figuring this out. I wonder if there's any drop-off. Oh, there's a lot of drop-off. Okay, let's see how everything's looking. They're still maintaining all the stuff. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna continue. What does set ammunition do? Oh, you can decide which type. Okay. I'm spamming as fast as I can. This is the strong one, obviously. There we go. And we took a little bit of damage on that. I'm going to set up some repairs. Do we have people set to be able to repair? We do. And they're also not the production people. That's great. Ballista bolts looking good. Yeah. And let's see how our golem spawner is going. It's going pretty good. We almost have a bird soul. For the birds. Okay. I'm leading it pretty well. Ah, yes. That actually worked really well. Let's go ahead and create a new golem using the bird soul. Spawn them out. Priorities. Yep. And then we'll just have everybody set on this for when that comes up later. Yeah. I think that's okay. Little low. I'm going to focus on taking this one out first because it's the heavy hitter. So you can see at the top of the screen, we're traveling a distance as this is all happening. More monsters approaching. And yeah, they pop out of like a warp gate type thing. But can't really see it yet. Are we close to being able to spawn another? Not yet, but probably after this wave. Alright. Oh, I was a little low. Alright, cool. Create a new golem? Yes, we will. Now, it might make sense to build up the souls to get a more perfect golem, but really we need numbers at first. Like, that is the main thing. Ah! Did you see that? I led the attack, even though they weren't in range yet, and took them out. Ha! Pro moves. This is why I'm a pro gamer. I'm a pro gamer. Indeed, Hazzie. Alright, let's try and lead that one again. Oh, not as good this time. Okay, I just lost my pro gaming. I got fired right away. Well. This is what you learn to live with in the pro gaming life. Let's go ahead and start a new world in the standard game mode so that you can see. Quite the opening cinematic there. Okay, so that is Ark of Charon, brought to us by Ongu and Sunsoft. And thank you very much, Keymailer, for hooking us up with the key to be able to challenge the heck out of ourselves on this one. It's an interesting roguelite. It's got some stuff going on. It You have to put in a lot more to be able to get to the point where you get your butt kicked, unless you get your butt kicked very quickly. Thank you for spending this time with us in these amazing indie tactic and strategy games. Bye bye!